Hey! What? Oh wait, I got this going through my head. How's it? We're on.
That's great, man. It's good to be on, bro. It's good to see you. It's good to be here on Twitch
Hey!
on these Wednesday nights with you. It's just a thrill to do Sports Boys with you, Sam, and it's good to see you, man. How you doing?
It's good to see you, Greg. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. Uh, yeah. It's a little bit of a scramble there, like it always is, but I think everything's work. Is everything working? Greg's a little bit in front of this stripe. Let me get him in front of that stripe.
You're a technical wizard, though, Sam. You always get it done. You
Oh, I
always
need to
do,
turn
really.
myself up. Okay. All right. Check. Let me
Check
turn
out this shirt I got.
this. Hey. How about here? Check. A little too hot.
Coming in hot, Sam. Coming in hot.
Cool. There it is. Okay.
Shout out to all your people in the chat, Sam. Your fans are the best fans.
What
I'm
is...
one of them. I'm a big fan of yours, as you know.
All right. I'll turn Greg down a little. They say less Greg. They say that's about enough Greg.
I'm here for the next 2 hours, 9 p.m. East. I love this. Sports Boys?
Someone said Chris Farley, Tupac, and Burt Cobain. Is that your shirt?
That's what my shirt was. Yeah, shout out. You won a prize. It's Tupac, it's Burt Cobain, and it's Farley. Of course, they always used to hang out together all the time. Those three guys were infamous for all the parties they threw in the 90s.
Yeah. Someone else said the Browns winning the Super Bowl this season. I don't know if that's a question, but if it is, yes, but not the team, the Cleveland Browns, but me and my brother Nate are going to win the Super Bowl.
Hell yeah, that's the spirit, Sam. That's be
Okay.
huge.
Turn Greg down a
You
little
should
bit
start a
more
Boston.
so we're at least even. Should start a Boston football team. Can we
I
get
was
some
thinking it'd be cool to start an NFL team in Boston called the Boston Dynamics. And they'd all be like those robotic dogs that kill people.
that dance? Have you
I don't
seen
have
them
to explain
dance?
that to you.
Oh my god,
You know
they can
exactly what the Boston Dynamics are, bro.
Th-
Let's start a team.
those robots can fucking dance, man. Was that CG?
Dude,
That looked like it must
I
have been
know.
CG.
That looked like a
Right?
deep fake if I've ever seen it.
Yeah.
Like, those robots can do flips, and you better believe they murder.
Like there is that all this shit about the singularity hasn't really scared me until I saw a robot that can dance better than Bruno Mars.
Yeah,
That
dude. Or at least as good.
at least
Bruno
as
Mars-
good. Yeah.
It's really something. It's really,
That's
really something.
That's what the weekend should have done. Instead of having a bunch of people as the weekend, he should have had a bunch of those Boston Dynamic robots as the weekend at the Super Bowl halftime.
Yeah.
Oh, Ron Gina's on. Just the ska band, the Mighty Mighty Bostons. There's an E at the end of that Ron Gina. It's Bostones. That would be a funny ska band name. I saw a ska documentary, and I didn't watch the documentary. I saw the trailer for it, and I realized I've seen 28 of the 30 bands in the documentary I've seen live.
Stop it. You're kidding me.
Yeah, like too many. Like Sublime was the only one.
That you hadn't seen. But you probably
That I
had
hadn't
tickets
seen
once for
live.
Sublime and just had to go to a Boston show.
Yeah,
You had a
I was like,
Boston's conflict.
I was like, Sublime, yeah, they're not ska. They try, but they're not real ska. Yeah, it was a ska-cumentary. Yeah.
What was this was it really a documentary is coming out? I got to check that out.
I think it already came out. I think it's called Pick It Up. I think I could have asked
my-
you to guess the title of it, and you would have guessed. Well, here's the thing. Me and my brother, we have an uncle, and he was in the 80s, was like way into Elvis Costello, and also into a lot of ska bands, kind of parallel Elvis Costello. Elvis Costello actually produced the special self-titled album. And so when me and my brother, when we were in like junior high, he got us both into ska, and my brother was way into ska, and it kind of got passed down to me. And my freshman year of high school was 1996, which was a big year for ska. It's when the Bosstones kind of went mainstream. They released that album. What was the album called? The one that has the impression I get on it.
I forget the name of the album.
Ska, yes,
have a
you're
new
right,
album coming
Dapple.
out
Ska
soon.
did become before reggae. Did come before reggae. And yeah, I mean, oh, I love that, Killer CBH. Grew up in San Diego. Sublime sucks. So does Blink-182.
The album was called Let's Face It.
Let's face it. Yes.
Mighty
but
Bosstones, 1987.
I was into ska, like I was into the Bosstones before that, because my brother had Don't Know How to Party. And, you know, they had I think Don't Know How to Party had Where Did She Go on it? Either that or Someday I Suppose. It had one of those big hits on it. And yeah, I thought ska was like really cool. And then in like 1997 it went super mainstream, and I went to all these ska shows. I went to like a lot of ska shows with my friends one year, and then the following year, just like it was me and one other dude, this guy Dan Burbank, that like went to just tons of ska shows together. And he drove an Aries K, like a Chrysler Aries K, and it was covered in ska bumper stickers on the back of it. And we went to all of the shows. We went to all the shows. We went to the festivals, New England Ska Fest, Ska Against Racism, a lot of ska shows. I was skanking. We went to the last Thumper show. I was really excited about that. Goldfinger, I got that. I was really into that CD when it came out. It was a little too SoCal punk for me. But
Mighty Bosstones have a new album coming out soon, and the title of it is When God Was Great. That's real. I'm not making that up. That's the new Bosstones.
Awesome.
Dropping soon.
Dickie Barrett, Nate. What was the guitarist name? Was Nate something? Yeah, Ben Carr, I think, was the bassist of the Bosstones. It's not Nate Brown. My brother says Nate Brown. We're gonna have my brother on the show. We're gonna have him in here.
Come
we're
on.
gonna have. You know who else we're having on the show, guys?
No.
Greg,
Who?
do you know who else? We're going to
You don't
have
tell me anything.
you on the show. That's right, the
Yeah.
audience. This is a call-in show, or at least a Discord-in show, where if you want, you can go into the Discord waiting room, and we will be pulling people in to ask us questions about sports as we do our show. So, and we're down to talk anything sports. Domestic Camel says Nate is greater than Sam. He's older. He is older. You're right. What's the name of the intro song? Please tell me, anyone. It doesn't really have an official name. It's a song I made, and I think I called it Headlights because it reminded me of driving at nights. But
shout out to Nelson Fanger real quick, and I want to say Dirk Crowley in the chat said Wilt Chamberlain, which is great. I love Wilt Chamberlain, one of the best basketball players of all time. Wilt the Stilt. He once famously scored 100 points in one game, a record that still stands. And he went on a talk show in the 80s and said he slept with 100 million women.
That was the number he threw out? 100 million? It's
like
not
that. It was a nice round number like that.
It's a little lower than 100 million, I think, but yeah.
No, it was like he slept with like 1 million women a year for 100 years. You can look it up. That was his claim to fame post NBA. But he's a stud, man.
Wait,
shout out to everyone in the chat. Dirk Crowley.
Many.
I think it was like 100K women that
I put in
still said he slept with, and he went on like Donahue or Oprah and said it. I'm not kidding.
Yeah,
I think it was
put in
Donahue.
How many women, and it said how many women did Wilt Chamberlain sleep with? That was the Google.
Hell yeah.
20,000.
Okay, so quick math. Siri, what's 20,000 divided by 30? I don't know. I gotta have Siri figure it out. Shoot, it's something like 500 women a year. You'd have to sleep with 500 women a year for 20 years. I don't know. I can't do the math. It's hard. But that's an insane number, and it's unrealistic. Frankly, it's like a sci-fi number.
In 1990, it was in his 1991 book. It's 20, and he was born in. Let's see. We're getting to it. Wilt Chamberlain.
No,
was born in 1936.
Here's the number. If he were going to sleep with 20K women, he'd have to sleep with 400 women every year for 50 years. That's 400 women a year every year for 50 years.
And when he wrote
impossible. I've tried.
And when he wrote this book, guess how old he was? He was 55.
69.
So that means he was sleeping with 400 women a year since he was 5.
Dude, how is he still alive? That makes no sense. I think he might have been fibbing, but you know, that was Wilt. That was just Wilt being Wilt, bro.
Yeah. Though it's he was.
What a genius.
If those walls could talk, right?
If those walls could talk, those NBA motel walls. Disgusting. It's actually nauseating to think about.
Let me see. I have to.
No, bodacious. Really I love everyone in the chat. And Dirk Crowley's right. Wilt just balled all day. You know, Wilt was in the league, I think, before they had blocks as a stat. So who knows how many blocks he had? Probably thousands. He probably had 20,000 blocks.
20,000
for every woman that he slept with.
Maybe he was confused, and maybe he thought that was sleeping with women.
Sam, I gotta say, NBA news. It's looking more and more to me. I'm making the guarantee. The team that wins the NBA championship this year is going to be, hands down,
I think I know
100%. The Brooklyn Nets.
The Brooklyn Nets, yeah.
And
I mean,
Sam, I got to tell you, they signed this weekend. They signed probably the best stand-up comedian the NBA has ever seen. That's right. Our friend and yours, Blake Griffin. Famously, I think he wrote for Parks and Rec. I think he wrote for like some Adult Swim stuff. He's done the Montreal New Faces at the Montreal Comedy Festival, which was a thing that used to happen. And anyway, he's signed with Brooklyn, so you know he's probably going to start hosting a show in the city or something.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar also is a TV writer, so he's got some competition there. What show?
Yeah,
he writes
Kareem
for a
is
sitcom.
Critic.
No, I think he writes for a sitcom.
Blake
Did you know this? No, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. This is not a bit.
Oh, didn't he write for like Lena Dunham's show? Maybe.
Girls.
I think Kareem is like, he's like interior. The Coliseum in Los Angeles, 1989. He's like, we see Shoshana. She fakes left. She goes right to Lena Dunham. Lena Dunham skyhook over Magic Johnson score.
And then
That's
was
what
like,
he wrote for girls.
what if Brian Williams' daughter ate someone's butthole or something, right? Isn't that? What if we did that? Isn't that on the show?
He like took that script. He's like, and then they butt to butt, and then he like took the script and he like skyhooked it to Lena Dunham. And she was like, Emmy. She scored an Emmy. Oh my God. Kareem wrote for girls. God, he was a ghostwriter. You know, did you know that
he wrote for Veronica Mars. He wrote one episode.
Really? Wow.
Yes,
that's
he wrote
very
one
strange.
episode of Veronica Mars. It's on its IMDb.
You can tell which one it is too, because it's the episode of Veronica Mars when Magic Johnson announced he had HIV. It's the episode of Veronica Mars when the Lakers win the 1989 championship and then Magic has to retire. Remember that episode? Yeah, that's the one Kareem wrote.
I'm sure he has his SAG card, and I think he also has his WGA card. But he was in major motion pictures, so he has to have a SAG card.
Yeah, he's in an Airplane.
Yeah, and what was the Bruce Lee one? And Enter the Dragon?
I don't think I've ever seen Enter the Dragon.
Game of Death. He was in Game of Death. Okay. He was, yeah, written one episode of Veronica Mars. I thought he was on another show though. I thought he wrote like on a sitcom.
Oh, he was on Sports Center. Stoops.
iZombie? Oh no, I think he was on iZombie.
Wilt and Kareem, two of the greatest centers of all time. Shaq, obviously on that list. Yao Ming, you got to put on that list. International sensation. Let's see, all-time great big men. So you got the Chief, Robert Parrish, Hall of Famer out of Boston Celtics. Who else do you put on that list? Obviously, Tim Duncan, San Antonio Spur, great.
Imagine how weird that would be to be like a writer on Veronica Mars, and then they're like, all right, here it's like the writer's room, and you're like, is that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? Yes, hi, I'm Kareem. So, are you like a guest star? No, I'm writing in it. I'm writing. Huh.
No, actually, to be fair though, I think that one year in the iCarly writers' room was Patrick Ewing.
Oh yeah.
You got to remember that. You got to remember Hakeem Olajuwon wrote for Hannah Montana.
You know,
David Robinson, another great big. Sorry, go ahead, Sam.
When Miss March was coming out, it was funny because we went on tour with, I think you might have been there for this kind of, we were on tour. Didn't you open for us in Boston? This might have been that year.
Yes, a couple times.
This might have been that year, but so because Zach and Trevor were doing this press junket stuff, the Fox was like footing the bill for their rooms, and they had to like put them up in the best hotels of like wherever we were. And so we were in Boston, but it was funny because it was like they like each had a room, and then there was one room that was like the holding room, and they were like, I guess the other whitest kids can split that one room with the tour manager. And so it was literally like four of us like in like one hotel room. But they had us at the the Plaza in Boston, or not the Plaza, the Marriott in Boston, or the Ritz Carlton. That's what it was. Yeah, it's off of Boston Common, right? It's like whatever, like the nicest hotel in Boston is, and when we were leaving, we realized that there was like the Golden State Warriors were in town, and I was in the elevator with one of them, and they have these like brass elevators, and I realized like the guy's shoulder started above my head. I was like, this guy's too tall. Which NBA player could Sam and Greg take in a fight? Someone said Nate Robinson.
I love this question. I just watched an interview with him today. As a matter of fact, he obviously got knocked out by that Ryan guy, but I couldn't take Nate Robinson in a fight. I don't know. Maybe Spud Webb. He's like 60.
Yeah, the old ones. I could maybe take Bill Russell now in a fight.
Yeah, he's 88 or something like that.
Yeah. Probably, like one of the really tall ones that's like way too old, because they don't move as well.
I could probably beat up John Stockton or like Jeff Hornacek or like Bob Cousy.
Liquor, you can leave if you want to. I'm sorry you're excited, but you can leave. This is what you got. I'm sorry. To find the Discord server, just click the About on our Twitch page, and it'll link to the Discord server.
Aaron Watching says Stockton's coming for me. I want to restate that. I don't think I could beat up John Stockton. I mean, he's probably not even 65 yet, for starters. I'd need like a really we'd need to beat up, if we're gonna beat up a pro athlete, it'd be somebody well into their 80s.
Yes. All right. Let's see if there's anyone in chat. See what's going on there. Who we got? And just a reminder to everyone, we got some people. Just a reminder, if we're gonna pull you in, turn your video off. It's gonna screw everything up. There's probably gonna be a weird transition for a second, but just do us a favor and turn your video off. We're gonna bring in Mitch. Mitch with that looks like a regular show emote. Okay. Let me just see. Hey, Mitch, you're on Sports Boys.
Mitch, what's going on?
Let's see. This is the best part of the show.
We're going to take a 20-minute intermission. No, I'm just kidding, obviously. Hey, shout out to everyone in the chat one more time. I love all these comments in the chat.
Oh,
a lot of positivity.
Liquor, thank you for joking, saying it was a joke. That positivity is great. Piss on me beat meh 69. Thank you for complimenting that SoundCloud album. I'll put more stuff up soon. I'll put that song up. I found some stuff. Mitch is still here. Mitch did not ditch. He is here, but
Mitch, are you asleep?
Talking.
Mitch, where are you calling from, bro? He's calling from the fucking walls. He's calling from the Poltergeist neutral zone.
All right,
Recently did a Poltergeist rewatch. That was a fun one. The remake is garbage.
What was that fun?
No, the remake of Poltergeist, not fun. Original, I'm a fan.
Do you know what I recently this weekend rewatched? And I mean, what a delight was I watched all the Mission Impossibles.
Wow. I mean, how many are there?
6.
Good for you. You're like
six.
that's like an ultra marathon.
There's one of them is a dud. So they did the first one. The first one's amazing. I would say the first one, just for being like out of nowhere kind of thing, like it's an adaptation of the TV show. I'll rank them, but I'll say the first one. Actually, I'll get to this. All right, so the first one's amazing, and that's going to be my number one. I'm just going to say that right now. I'm going to ruin the tension and say the first one is my number one, but I'm going to go the other direction now because the second one's the worst one. The second one, they didn't get, I think, who is it? It's John Woo, and he didn't really get what was good about the first one and what was good about the idea, and he kind of like made an American James Bond movie, and it sucked. It just, I mean, like it's funny to watch now because it's like such a 90s movie. It is so firmly in place in that era. And then, all right, so I would actually say the next worst one, and this is, I'm going to say this is like, I would say that I would go Rogue Nation, which is the Brad Bird directed, the one with the Burj Khalifa, I would say that one is the next worst, and it's great. It's so much fun. Awesome. It's a lot of cool stunts, a lot of cool stuff. It just doesn't have the cool villains and the world that the other ones have. I'd say like really that's is like the antagonist is a little on the weak side in that one. And then I would go next, I would go actually that's Ghost Protocol is what I meant to say. The next one, Rogue Nation, which is 5, is I would say the next best one. And then I would say 3 is maybe the second most important, but I would say my third most favorite. 3 is I would say like it's important because it grounds the whole series. You have Michelle Monaghan comes in as his wife, and they make it really relatable, and they make it like really play up the human side of the character and really sets everything in motion. But I thought 6, I freaking had so much fun watching 6 and thought the stunts were so cool. The ending was so cool. And it was such a cool climax to that kind of Michelle Monaghan storyline and so much fun. And then 1, I think, is just a classic. And the funny thing about 1, that when you rewatch it, they have the mask thing. Someone said, I thought it was funny when Tom Cruise puts on a hyper-realistic Jon Voight mask. But the other funny part about it is they also do a thing where they have people like, they're like, oh, Tom Cruise is like, who am I going to put a mask on as? And they go like, oh, this senator. And it's clearly Tom Cruise and a bunch of prosthetics. And he's like, oh, I'm going to have to look like that guy. They do it like twice in the movie, and it's pretty funny. They're just so much fun.
I like that. Yeah. I'm gonna revisit some of those.
All right, I'm gonna pull another person in. We got some more callers. Let's see. Ooh.
Shout out to all the Whitest Kids fans. Big ups. Big ups.
All right, wait. Here's a caller. All right. Caller, you're on the air. Hello, caller. You're on Sports Boys. Caller, are you there?
We're going to take a 30-minute break right now. I think that...
Let's see. Nate.
Oh, there they go. Are they unmuted?
Yeah, they're unmuted now. Who is that? That's my brother.
It's me. Hello.
Nate, what's going on? Where are you calling from?
Uh, Boston area, Massachusetts.
You want to keep it general. I get it. And have you been watching wrestling still?
I did. I watched this Sunday was a big built up match with Kenneth Omega and Jonathan Moxley,
Ooh,
and
Kenny
it was
Omega.
supposed to be an exploding barbed wire death match, right? And it was like banned from Japan and stuff like that, and it was pumped up, and then somebody won, and the ring was supposed to explode at a certain time, right?
Yeah.
And it looked like a bunch of sparklers went off and some smoke. So everyone is like upset because it looked ridiculous. You should look it up. If I know you're adding videos, right? You should look up the end of this match, because now they're saying it was like part of the thing, like it was part of the story that it was really shitty looking, but I can't tell.
Did I ever tell you my idea for a match? This
No.
this is I think this would be a great idea, and it's gonna sound like it's not a great idea, but I think this would be really a great idea. Is you do a bullet match where you have like kind of like a Money in the Bank match where you have a gun and you have one bullet that's like hanging above the ring, and it's like either someone gets shot or they get pinned. You can get pinned, and it's kind of like becomes this thing where it's like, oh, they never get the bullet, like, but it just like adds this tension that there's this bullet that they can get to like shoot the other person.
Yeah, I think that's genius, because they live in this like fake world where guns don't exist, and you're like, if these guys are feuding so hard and they hate each other, why doesn't just that guy shoot that guy?
Can we somehow make that happen? Like,
Yeah.
be like a sports boys wrestling league. Like,
Yeah, Twitter, do your thing. Come on. Come on. What is there? How many people are in here right now? 100? What? Let's get in there.
Nate, what else have you been watching in the quarantine? Have you been? I've been in my house for like 1 year. Has anyone else had the same experience?
Yeah, I haven't seen a single person.
I have seen yesterday. No joke. Yesterday, I went for a drive in a car, and I made eye contact with a bunch of people, and it was bizarre because I've basically been in my house for 1
And you were
year.
just staring at them like they were like primates, and they're like, "What are you doing?" And you're like, "People."
Some guy pulled up beside me at one point and was like, "Are you leaving?" sort of thing, and I was like, I felt violated. It was just a weird sensation. I've literally haven't been out of the house that much. But anyway, how are you, Nate?
I pretty much live on like a moon base as far as anything in real life is concerned.
Totally. I totally feel that, man. We're gonna get through it. When do you guys think we'll get vaccinated by? Or should we not get into that? Should we talk about sports?
I had a question about sports. Like, you know how politically everything was like super kind of crazy for a little bit there? Do you think it was because like sports were not as accessible and people like didn't have like fandom to get like really rabid over, so they were just like, fuck it, I'm switching to like the political arena because there's only like a handful of teams to choose from, and one of them will win. You get like a 50-50 chance pretty much.
Wow, that's a really great question. I love it. You're
Like,
obviously
when do the
talking about,
political parties start making jerseys, giving out numbers? When do senators get numbers?
I mean, it's tricky though, right? Because the last president was so anti-sports. Like, he spoke so poorly about NFL players and NBA players, mostly because of their taking a knee stuff and all that. So
He did like
I think
he did like Tom
that definitely
Brady,
aligned
right?
Republicans with anti-sports.
What do
I'm
you
sorry,
think
what'd you
about
say,
that?
He was a big fan of Tom Brady.
Oh yeah,
Or Tom Brady was a big fan of him. I don't know. which way it goes.
Yeah, I don't know much about that. I know Brady had the MAGA hat, and everyone says Brady loves Trump.
Yeah, this is what I heard. I heard about that, but like I'm kind of a Brady apologist in that sense, where they played golf together. We know that.
Maybe they were just friends.
No, but like we know that like I believe that Bob Kraft is friends with Trump.
You don't think Tom Brady would be friends with Trump? Tom Brady's a huge geek.
I think that Tom Brady like doesn't give a shit about anything but football and kissing his son on the lips.
And pussy.
I think he might have, there was a rumor that he once hooked up with Ivanka Trump. So if that's true, maybe he has some or feels some affiliation to Ivanka.
But the thing I heard about that was that Tom Brady was like that Bob Kraft, Trump gave Bob Kraft a hat to give to Tom Brady, and someone put it in Tom Brady's locker. Which, because I don't buy that Tom Brady was walking into Gillette wearing a MAGA hat. The dude
Also,
wears exclusively TB12 hats.
So I'm with you in that sense. I'm a bit of a Tom Brady apologist as well, and I'm with Sam here. I mean, listen, if it were anybody else in the world, I'd be like, "How dare you, MAGA scum!" But when it comes to Tom Brady, I'm just like, "Hey, look, come on, guys, it was a gift."
Look, I don't want to be contrarian, guys, but I think Tom Brady. I agree with you. He's the greatest.
We're 3 out of 3. We all agree.
We all agree.
He's so good.
Right, good.
Yeah.
He's the best.
He's absolved. He's absolved. Wheel of Money. Sorry, you don't get a vote. But I will say this though, he did get that hat like early on when like there was no chance that there was no chance. I feel gross saying that, when there was no chance of Donald Trump becoming president. He was like, yeah, fuck it, give me the hat. It was like the first week he announced his nomination.
Another pressing issue is a guy who's also big in New England because he won him a championship. Curt Schilling being blocked out of the Hall of Fame for his wacky. I mean, Curt Schilling has said some insane things online, both politically and just like conspiratorial sort of things. So,
and he corrupted
he's
the
somebody
state
I kind of come down on. I don't think he should be in the Hall of Fame.
Do you know about his Rhode Island stuff?
Please tell me.
He like wanted to start like a video game and make like another World of Warcraft, right? And so
he was super into EverQuest.
Yeah, so he got like he like moved the company to Rhode Island. They thought it was going to be huge for like something crazy. Like they just like gave him a ton of, it's like when cities give sports teams like crazy money to move to that city, they're like, look, we'll build your stadium for you.
And I just love, see, that's what when I say like New England loves their sports heroes, like Curt Schilling shows up in Rhode Island at the Capitol and he's like, I'm thinking about investing in video games. And the governor or whatever is like, Kurt, we're going to stop you right there. We just wired you $500 million and we gave you a promotion.
The just like
upstanding state of Rhode Island. There's no corruption in Rhode Island.
Yeah, it is funny that a whole podcast is about how your city is so shady.
Oh man,
should we watch that?
Have you read Crime Town? What
no.
then?
The ring explosion.
Yeah, it's funny.
I've got it linked up.
It's memed now, so if people haven't seen it yet, it's like, come on, it's been a week. Or no, it hasn't been a week, but still.
I've been living under a rock.
So let me give some context because some of the story gets kind of crazy, right? So this guy, Greg, can you see this?
Yes, I love it.
Okay, so the guy hunched over
Kingston sacrificing his own body to protect Jon Moxley.
Man, Eddie's
Audio for this is
still looks like two.
Looks like two less contenders maybe tonight. What do you think,
You
X-Pac?
feel the heat from all those bombs that went off up here. You see the blood splattered everywhere.
All right, so
Attention to Jon Moxley.
Eddie Kingston is like this independent wrestler from Yonkers. Like he wears like denim jeans and stuff. You should pull up some Eddie Kingston stuff because as a character he's hilarious. But the timer's counting down, and this is after the explosion. And he runs in to save this guy, and he throws his body on top of him to save his life because his hands are handcuffed. You gotta back it up for the explosion because right now he's knocked out. He went to save this guy, and the explosion is concussed him.
Is this
Oh
before
yeah,
the
here we
explosion?
are. Make this. Just fucking. I mean, that's a real bat with like real hardware.
Shorten man's career.
Disgusting.
Okay, you'll see a timer pop up on the screen. That's how you know you're getting close. So they're just busting this guy up.
This is what this is. This is the
Ooh, this is.
You might not want to.
You get like
Don't. Just one of those days.
Okay. All right, there's the clock. So now it's 1 minute. I think at 30 seconds the guy comes in.
What do you mean? No, you're fine.
So the
So
whole
these
thing
two
is the
big
ring's
guys are
gonna
the good
explode.
brothers. So the ring's gonna explode in 45 seconds. And this guy, and there's barbed wire, and it's like real barbed wire. That's like the crazy thing. Like it's not even like, you know, like you can see their skin.
It's not that fake shit. It's not that fake.
It's not that fake barbed wire. All right. So watch this. So this guy comes in, Eddie Kingston, and they fought for a little bit too. He's got his Tim's on, and he's like, "Yo, you're my boy!" And he like goes to like save him. He's like trying to wake him up. And he's like, "You gotta wake up!" And so instead of dragging him out, he's like, "Yo, the whole ring's gonna explode. This is a death match. You got 10 seconds." And he's like, and these guys were friends a long time ago. Apparently, I've only been watching this for a little bit. So here's the explosion. Ready? He's like, "I'll just protect you." And so in the story, like they still have to act it out. So he's now like unconscious, like he's been knocked unconscious from the explosion. So when the paramedics come up, they're like dealing with the guy in the t-shirt, not the bloody guy laying down. That's fucking hilarious.
That's really funny.
That is
So now
really
they're trying to. I don't know if I should believe it or not, but now they're saying that like what really happened was the two other guys are the guys that left the ring with the belt. They're the ones who built the ring, and because they're so bad at building things,
Yeah, I don't buy
they're
it.
saying it's part of the story.
You see the blood splattered everywhere.
Don't buy it.
Medical attention to Jon Moxley, but
Both these guys died from their injuries. It's very sad.
Not even the characters, the actual. Those are two dead people.
This is Faces of Death, pretty much.
That's
coming out and helping out his friend. Yep.
And so
That-
that's what I did on Sunday night.
WWE World Champion.
Watch two people get murdered in front of my eyes.
Wait, was that the AEW pay-per-view?
Correct.
Amazing. Wow. Unbelievable. Wow.
Thoughts and prayers.
do you have any other questions about sports?
Me? No. I've
Yeah, didn't
questions
wait,
about
didn't-
boys.
Oh, you had a
Is this
question
sports
about,
and boys? Or is this just sports
Yeah.
boys?
You can ask
I
questions
thought
about
the show was about
boys.
sports and boys.
Bring it. Bring it, dude.
No, I got nothing. Anyway, I just wanted to say hello. Greg, I think you're hilarious.
Dude,
Hello.
I miss you, and it's so good to hear your voice, and it's nice to hear you say that. And we could talk off the air, and we could talk next show again, please.
I want to ask you this. You had mentioned when you opened, I mean, you've opened for the guys a ton of times and a ton of shows I've been to. Do you remember the Roxy Theater? Okay.
Yeah, I think that might have been what Sam was just talking about.
Yeah. Do you remember when you wrote like your set like down on a paper towel?
I do, because I used to do that a lot. Yeah. I think it was a leaf notebook, loose leaf notebook paper, wasn't it? Or was it a paper towel?
It was something, but like Sam was like, "Hey, you want to go introduce Greg on the stage with the microphone?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And I'm like a sweaty guy anyway, like generally sweaty. And then it was just like I got really nervous and I was like sweating and I grabbed like the first thing to be like, I'm just gonna pat some sweat away. And I'm like patting my head and I look and my hands all like blue smudges. And I'm like, what is that? And I look in the mirror and I've just got like blue ink on my head. And you're like, has anyone seen my set? I just wrote it down a second ago and I've got this like sopping wet like rag that could like squeeze out water. And you're like, oh, and I'm like handing it back to you, like, here you go. Anyway, that was funny to me.
Wow, that's amazing, dude. I remember that now. That is absolutely hysterical. I'm so glad you brought that up. I absolutely remember that because you maybe were going out to say like 5 minutes. And I was like, oh, let me grab another paper towel to rewrite my set list on. Why am I writing on a paper towel?
You're like, I used to do that. That was my thing.
I'm like, oh, yeah, sure. You know, toilet paper, coffee filters.
Yeah.
I'd write the set list on anything.
That's so how it is being a comedian.
An alt comedian. Real comedians.
That's how it is.
Yeah, no, you
I want to give a shout out
your
to the Sports Boys. Or not the Sports Boys, that's you guys. I want to give a shout out to the Trailer Boys in the crowd.
Oh, Trailer Boys are here. Yeah.
Shout out Trailer Boys. I saw some of you guys in chat. Big helps.
Should we give them a
you're
sample?
Running Trailer Boys, right?
I'm going to run Trailer Boys this Sunday. Should we give them a sample of what the show is?
Yeah.
Watch a trailer?
Yeah, what are you thinking?
You
got one in the pocket?
I don't know if I have one in the pocket. I was just maybe you had one.
You know what? You know what we could watch? We could watch a previous winner.
Oh yeah,
huge.
Okay.
Do you guys talk about movie trailers?
We watched
just trailers, and we kind of loosely theme it up.
Sick.
I have a list.
Yo, I have a question
on my bot.
I have a question for both you guys.
Yeah.
How sick is my quilted LL Bean sweatshirt?
Bro, that is unreal, dude.
This is a rad sweatshirt, right? It's comfy as hell.
I like
Amazing.
it. Okay. So previous winners, I'm into it. It's very New England. So I would say either look at Hottie and the Naughty, Theodore Rex, or Surf Ninjas. Those are three previous winners.
Let's do Theodore Rex. I think this is the one that has who's in this?
I don't want to spoil it because it's a surprise.
Oh, wait. Okay. Yeah.
Ian Cran from chat suggested this one. A lot of our, if you guys in chat are interested in watching Trailer Boys, come check us out on Sundays. Miseryloves.us is the submission site if you have a trailer. I see Legion Italia and Bob White in the chat. Bob White has a point. Legion Italia, I think, has 3 points. Let me see. Yeah, 3 points.
So what is the
Bob's
point
got
system?
2, actually. Well, you know, if it hits that, if it's a choom, it gets a point. If we go down a rabbit hole and find it, it gets a point. If it's the best trailer of the night, it gets a point. If it has a hidden Jack Black, it gets a point. It's random.
Did I get a point with that Mila Jovovich Rookies trailer?
No, it was a little off it was good, but you know, you want to, I think we were theming it up. We did one that was all like kind of European alt versions, you know, and like we had a really cool looking movie that was like the Russian Avengers.
Oh, that's funny.
It was good. It's just, you'll see why. I don't know which one you're looking at, but like some of them are just like, this is so over the top. This gets a point.
All right, here is the trailer of Theodore Rex.
The future's toughest cop is Katie Coltrane.
I'm back.
And now she's getting a new partner.
Dun, 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 dun.
His name is Teddy.
Hit me.
Yes, that is Whoopi Goldberg.
solve this case together.
What? What? It's a dinosaur.
New partner, Coltrane?
He's got the style.
I'm here for a new look.
Step right up.
Push the button.
He's a cop.
Mahalo!
You gotta make him look like a real cop.
I'm too sexy for my clothes.
That thing at the table just clacked at me.
He's got horns for you. It's very normal.
He's got the charm.
Your mind's shut down and your glands have taken over.
And he's got the appetite
You cannot eat our only suspect.
to come out
Yes.
on top.
I'm amazing.
New Line Cinema presents
And you think you're gonna get somebody?
Whoopi Goldberg.
Can you just slide your butt? Yeah, that's great.
Like that?
And introducing
Ooh, Dougie!
Teddy.
Sweets.
And introducing
Theodore Rex.
Pig.
It's a tale you'll never forget.
I love when he does that.
Oh my God.
Yo, have you even heard of that movie before though?
I have.
You have, really?
Yeah, I remember it
Wow.
in the video stores.
Oh yeah, okay. Is that when you worked in the video stores?
So, I think it came out a little bit before that, but I do remember the box of it.
It was the one they watched all the time in the video.
House
There's
copy.
another dinosaur movie that someone told me about where it's a guy gets turned into a robot dinosaur. I thought you were
Oh,
gonna
we
talk
watched
about
that too.
one. What's
We
that
did
one
that-
called?
Oh, Paul Walker is in it.
Yeah,
That's-
Paul
we watched
Walker.
it.
It's like
It's weird because he's not.
Come on,
trying to,
guys.
like- it's
someone
He
just
died.
said
It's
it in
almost like
chat.
the same
Tammy and the
thing.
T-Rex.
Yeah.
Is that it? Tammy and the
Tammy and the
T-Rex.
T-Rex. That's it. That's it. So we did watch that on Trailer Boys as well. It's pretty good, but it's funny because it's like they were trying to go for the same thing, but like the dinosaur looked so fake, like even more so that they were like, it's a robot dinosaur. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, because that Theodore Rex trailer, that looked like a real dinosaur.
Yeah. That's, where they got, Jurassic Park from. So it's all like, well,
Yeah.
That
yeah.
trailer is unbelievable. Like that is, and on a serious note, is that a guy in a suit? Like when they're like introducing Teddy, it's like, oh, was this his first movie? Because he went on to
Yeah.
win so many Oscars.
it was his debut.
Oh my
Crazily
God,
enough,
no.
though, speaking of
Teddy
Oscars,
looks so
this
young
movie
in
came
that
out.
one.
Like,
This
is
movie
Teddy
came out
Jonah
after
Hill?
Whoopi Goldberg won an award.
Oh yeah, they're like Oscar award winner Whoopi Goldberg is having sex with a T-Rex. I'm just assuming they get in love. It seemed like they might get in love in the movie.
I wonder if it was in
Hey.
her contract. She's like, they can't mention I had an Oscar.
What kind of
Oh,
dirt
my
do you think they had on her, though?
Yeah, like what kind of a payday was that? I mean,
No,
that
they're
to be
like,
honest,
this
that
one.
movie came out mid '90s. It was the type of thing that could have succeeded.
We got more callers. Let's bring another caller in. Nate, you can stick around if you want.
Hey, wait, real
Sure.
quick. You know who wrote that Theodore Rex movie? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yo, his episode of Scooby Doo is really good too, though.
Did he really? Shut up.
Now, Nate, I know you watch Veronica Mars. Did you see his episode?
I've seen all the episodes, so yeah, I assume I did.
Was there an
Yeah,
episode?
his
where...
episode is the one where Kareem Abdul-Jabbar gets traded from the Milwaukee Bucks to the Lakers.
I'm a Martian.
Was there an episode where she solves the mystery with a pick and roll?
No, but it was weird that the Globetrotters show up to help her out. Like, that was super out of character.
I'm spinning the ball.
Let's do
Man,
this
the
guy.
Globetrotters.
All right. Prupple, you're about to get put on Sports Boys. What's up, Prupple? You're on Sports Boys with Nate, Greg, and Sam.
He's muted. He might be deafened as well because
no way.
I was.
No
What's
way.
up, Prupple? What's on your mind, bro?
Not a lot.
Okay.
Nothing much. Yeah, what's the best way to like inform people that they're about to go on? Should I send them a
I
message?
think it's funnier just to like surprise them. Like if they are in the waiting room, like they should expect that they're coming on soon.
Licorice liquor. We talk about whatever you want to talk about. Prupple, what's up? I think you're here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Where
not
are you
much.
calling
I
from?
expect to join. Illinois.
Illinois.
Silent S.
To Hoosier, right?
Pretty crazy.
Or no, that's Indiana.
No, it's the Fighting Illini. That University of Illinois, they got a pretty good basketball team this year. They might win the March Madness. But what's on your mind?
I just saw, to be honest, I saw the waiting room, and then I was like, oh shit, they're in VC waiting room. Let me just join.
Yeah.
I
Now
don't
you're
really
here.
give a shit about sports.
That's fine.
What's your
What are you
favorite
up
sport?
to? What
What's your favorite
what's your
sport,
favorite
Prupple?
sport?
My favorite sport, like wrestling. Not like WWE, but like actual wrestling.
Oh,
Like, did you
it's pretty
wrestle
rad.
like in school? Did you wrestle?
Oh, yeah.
are you
Did you
pumped
ever
for
have
the
to like
Olympics?
make
Cool.
weight?
Oh, yeah, it sucked. You'd have to be like a few pounds over, and you borrow like a few kids' winter coats, and then go to like the pool balcony and do sprints. Like 8 winter coats on. And then it'd be like everyone would be looking at you, like the girls' track team would see you running like back and forth through the scale and then across the school. You just be drenched in sweat, and they'd be like, "That's gross."
Dude, now I
No,
gotta be
that's
honest.
hilarious.
I've gained a few pounds in quarantine over the last year, and I wish that I could like join a wrestling team, not to wrestle because I always, I just am too insecure to do that. But I would like to sweat out about 20 pounds.
Oh yeah, that definitely work.
What are the tricks
Yeah.
to that?
I would just keep moving, and then you'll just drop a lot of weight.
Did you also have to starve yourself?
Oh yeah, like I like have to like skip lunch or like eat a granola bar. That's it. And it would be it would kind of suck because you would have to like spend the whole week trying to like keep your spot because you're like several dudes in your weight class. So you'd have to like kind of like fight them for that spot, and then if you were overweight, you would lose all that progress, and they would just be like, "Oh, I am on weight, so I get to take your spot."
Yeah, that's a
pretty
tough
competitive.
sport, man. I give you credit.
Question.
Thank you.
So this actually came up last week on Sports Boys, is that of course here at Sports Boys we are very excited about the Summer Olympics coming up. And there is not one but two wrestling events at the Summer Olympics, wrestling freestyle and wrestling Greco-Roman. What's the difference?
Yeah, so Greco, I did it. So freestyle is like the normal one where like they're like hunched down really low in their stance, they're going for the legs, and then
Yeah,
Greco is
okay.
like you have to like you're like standing up and they can't like go for the legs. They have to do like upper body only stuff. I tried it like in the off season. We did it for like a few months for like a little summer camp, and it really sucked just because I didn't really understand it.
What's that wrestling called they do in Turkey where you're really oily and like it's legal to put your hand in the pants and put a finger in a butthole?
Oh, arm wrestling.
Oh, arm wrestling. Okay.
Are you thinking of cockfighting?
Yeah, I think that's the right
could
term.
be.
Dirk
Arm
Crowley
wrestling?
said Nuru.
Or it could be Nuru. I don't know.
It could be Nuru.
You know,
I
maybe
think it's Nuru.
we've taken different trips. You and I take different trips. We see different things. Maybe it's Nuru. I've never heard of that.
Nuru?
What is that?
It's like oil massages. Naked oil massages.
Oh, that's funny. That's a good joke.
I'm glad I know about that now. Nuru. Once I get vaxxed, when my second vax shot kicks in, on the day it happens, I'm getting fucking Nuru, bro.
Megan, where's my
can you
pen?
Hear me, neighbors? Can you hear
me a pen.
neighbors? I'm getting fucking Nuru, bro. I'm getting Nuru.
Yeah. What? Who's? Do you know about the Summer Olympics? Do you know who's like expected to win?
Oh no, I haven't been keeping track of that.
So you don't follow?
What? Wait, you haven't been keeping track of the Summer Olympics? No, I'm just kidding. That's a fun.
Yeah, no, I just kind of play video games.
Bro, what is your deal? You got to get with the Olympics now, bro.
Do you follow any of the competitive video gaming? You strictly
no,
play
not really. I just kind of keep to myself and my friends.
It's called esports.
Esports.
Oh,
yeah.
Esports. I
So
really
you don't like Overwatch?
No, not really. I only like watch a few like streamers, and they just kind of like hop from game to game. I really like watch people play Skyrim. That's kind of.
If you're addicted to one video game, which game would it be?
It's got to be between like Minecraft and Skyrim. Because Skyrim's like so replayable with like you add mods to it, and like it could be like a different game experience every time. It's crazy.
I wish they would make a game that's like Minecraft and Skyrim combined.
Yeah, but you can. There's
Isn't what the
there's
like?
There's a mod pack for like for Minecraft called like RLcraft, and so like you can't like just punch trees. You have to gather like flint and then make flint shards and make like a flint hatchet. It's like really realistic, but then they add a bunch of like fantasy mobs.
I'd like to see them make a game where they combine Greco-Roman wrestling and Nuru.
Exactly.
And it could be, and the game could be directed by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
And it could be called Nate's Story. Just now.
I'm actually legit addicted to Valheim, and I'm playing it. I'm just like mining metal. I can't stop playing.
Wait, Nate, what's the game called again?
Valheim.
Yo, I dabbled in a little bit of separately. I just wanted to say, in terms of my own limited knowledge of gaming, I dabbled a little bit in a farming simulator, and that was a lot of fun. And I also saw that they have a hospital/doctor, like medical simulator, and it's like, to me, especially given this past year, if anyone's at home mastering the medical simulator, they should like, get their ass to the hospital and like pitch in.
Is that the one where it's like your hands and you have to like control each finger?
Yeah, it's like you're basically doing the doctor stuff, but it's like.
Oh yeah, I think that's Surgeon Simulator. You can like break their ribs and stuff and like take out organs.
That'd be funny if it was Doctor Simulator and like it's like, hey, how's it going? Like, what can I do for you today? And the person's like, I got this weird lump. How's it look? I've just been feeling, and it's like all people, and you have to be like, it's nothing here. Like, maybe here's a topical cream.
They need that, dude. They need like mundane doctor simulator. And like also his background is mundane. Like his wife, might be losing her job, so he's dealing with that, stuff like that.
People are always really making jokes about golfing, about you golfing, and you don't even golf. Well, Prupple, thanks for calling in.
Oh yeah, no problem,
Sports
dude.
Boys. Thanks for talking wrestling.
Call us again sometime. Thanks, man. You rock.
Yeah.
It's purple.
I want to do the trucking simulator. That's a big game, obviously, too.
Yeah, did you hear about who didn't like Penn and Teller develop a video game where it's like,
oh yeah, back in the day, dude. Yeah,
the whole thing was like driving between like Phoenix and Los Angeles, and it was like real time, and it like the alignment was a little fucked up, so you kept on having to like desert bus is what the chat says. I believe him.
Was it a joke?
It kind of was a joke. Like, it was a totally unplayable game. You basically got in a bus to drive to Vegas for a show, so you'd have to like sit and like press A for like 3 hours to get to Vegas. And then I think the game just like ended.
Oh, Juicy Drop Bomb playing Rocksmith, learning guitar. Love that game. Are you playing on PC? I'm having a conversation with one person in chat, and there is a 10.
Do you guys remember Myst?
Not work. Oh, I beat Myst back in the day. I was very proud of that fact.
Boast.
Still
imagine like imagine if you were like
proud.
still addicted to that game. Like Nate, you were asking what game I'm addicted to, and I'm like, probably 1993's Myst.
There's people like that, man.
Yeah.
Like people who play retro games. I gotta say, I signed up.
No,
for,
people who just never, they found them one game and they're just like, I play it all the time. That's it.
That's amazing. I watched that Console Wars movie the other night, and it was hilarious because my wife Megan had gone to bed, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna stay up a little bit. So then it's like past like 12 or 1 a.m. in the morning, and I'm like, if she were to come out here and see me like studying the history of Genesis versus Nintendo, she would be like, why don't you come to bed? You know what I mean? Like, she'd be like, you can watch this tomorrow.
Shouldn't be losing sleep over this.
Yeah, exactly. But it's a great movie, and I really, really love retro video game stuff. And one thing I saw recently, real quick, that I was blown away by was a little mini YouTube doc about guys who play Nintendo Mike Tyson Punch-Out blindfolded.
What? No.
Yeah, there are multiple guys, without giving too much away, because it's a pretty fascinating video that I saw. There's a couple guys who can get pretty far at Tyson blindfolded.
Well, Greg, you might not know this because you're new to our channel here. By the way, Nibbles, you're on the air.
Yeah, you know what?
Oh, cool.
That's very polite.
I just wanted to give you some time to get on. But so Zach, you know Zach, he does. He tries to do video game no death runs where he plays these really hard video games like this game Dark Souls, and he plays them and tries to beat the entire thing in like 3 hours or however long without dying. And he did it and on one of the games, and it was like the most proud I've ever seen him. And I've been friends with him for 20 years.
You were proud of it.
I was proud of him, but he was like like it was like it you could have just like chromed out the background and put like the confetti falling at the World Cup in front of him.
You should do that.
Yeah, let's do that.
It makes sense. Yeah, sure. Yeah, totally. Nibbles, what's up? Thanks for being patient.
Oh yeah, no, I just wanted to talk about the NFL. I don't know if you guys are fans.
Oh yeah,
big fans. What's on your mind?
Well, we just learned what the salary cap is going to look like this year, and everyone's cutting, their veteran talent. So I want to know, what are you guys excited about?
What am I excited about? Well, there's a lot of storylines.
I know. I mean, it's crazy.
I mean, first of all, I heard the talking heads at ESPN refer to all the cuts these teams are going to have to make for salary cap as an upcoming bloodbath today.
Yeah.
They actually use the word bloodbath, which I think it's hilarious for a lot of reasons. It's a little
Because of how
melodramatic.
violent the sport is.
Yeah.
Because there are
And how
born on the
exactly.
field.
I don't really know, man. You know, like a lot of these cuts when they happen, they can be shocking because they're big names, but they're kind of just guys. You know, obviously in the NFL, the money's not guaranteed.
Oh yeah.
So anyone who's out of shape or has a bad attitude, they can just get rid of them. So there will be a lot of cuts, but I don't know. I don't know who the big names are going to be. It seems like running backs are certainly interchangeable now in the league.
Well,
So
I mean,
those guys get caught.
as far as running backs, you can just draft one. Like you don't need to. I don't think you need to work that hard to get a good running back these days.
Exactly. So that's why we might see some of those cut. But in terms of like Pro Bowlers or Tom Brady's probably not going to get cut, obviously.
No.
So I don't know what cuts
That's
to
a-
expect, but I do think that the Bucks and the Chiefs are, the top two teams going into next year as it stands right now.
I'm not a Miami Dolphins fan, but I think they're the real dark horse this year. I mean, last year they were expected to be like maybe even 500, but they almost went to the playoffs.
Well, a lot of that has to do with, I've talked about this on Sports Boys before. I was in the same college class as their coach, Brian Flores. So a lot of their success has to do with the fact that he and I were at the same college together at the same time.
Are you saying that like if they put you in another classroom with like Marshawn Lynch, he could be a coach someday?
You guys didn't even
Potentially,
have
but I don't know,
classes
because
together,
I-
right? He just
Sorry,
was
go ahead,
probably you guys didn't have classes together. He was probably just like reading your columns and stuff.
Oh.
I'm just saying my football expertise definitely sort of like, vibed off on him. But,
Yeah.
in all honesty, the Dolphins are interesting because they did have an overachieving season last year. However, they might, still be looking to trade for Deshaun Watson. He definitely would rather play in Miami than in Texas. I don't know if the trade's going to happen. But
who still wants to play in like Texas, with the Houston Texans,
Yeah, they're not really. They're like persona non grata right now. These players want to be able to call their shots. They want to go where they want to go.
I think that the AFC East exceeded expectations last year. I think, except for the Jets, I think, and we all expected the Patriots to kind of be a little bit of a flame out, but the Bills and the Dolphins, like, they're looking strong. I mean, in the playoffs, I guess the Bills didn't pay off, but what a fun team.
Yeah, no, I think the Bills are great. I love Stephon Diggs because he comes from Maryland. I come from Maryland, and there's not a lot of us in the NFL.
Yeah, Stephon Diggs is awesome.
Not a lot of Marylanders in the NFL, no.
All right, so are you a Ravens fan?
Marylandians?
Yeah, I'm a Ravens fan.
So what do you think about
regarding the Texans? They just hired David Culley, which is our pass offense coordinator, because Greg Roman doesn't do pass plays. And if you guys watched the Ravens at all last year, you could tell that our pass game was the worst in the NFL. So I think the Texans hiring him to be part of their coaching staff doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I don't know what.
You go for it, Greg.
I don't know. The coaching decisions are crazy. I don't know what is going through their heads, and that's a great point that you make there. Boomer Esiason is from Maryland. I just wanted to say that.
Oh, okay.
I mean, look, Lamar Jackson's a beast, but I always kind of get worried about that version of a quarterback. And I mean, you could say this about what's his name in Buffalo too, Josh Allen. Where it's like, if your quarterback's gonna get outside the pocket and run around a lot, they're gonna get hit a lot, and they're gonna have some seasons where they take huge dips and just can't carry the team as hard.
Right. And I mean, there's different reasons. you know. I think with the Ravens this year, it probably was less to do with Lamar Jackson's ability to throw the ball than just the fact that our receivers couldn't catch any balls that were thrown to them. I think that's honestly what it was, because it was so frustrating the first 4 weeks of the NFL that none of our receivers seemed to be able to do any of the big plays that we wanted.
Now, how did Maryland vote this year?
I'm living in North Carolina now, so I don't even pay attention to their politics.
I'm wondering if your team does bad. Like, there was a record turnout. Like, people just gave up on football and just went into voting. It's a theory.
I mean, yeah. There's plenty of Redskins fans there, too, so, I mean, turnout should be pretty good every election cycle.
Did y'all hear that the Washington football team, and on Sports Boys, we do call them the Washington football team.
Sorry. Formerly known as.
You're banned. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. Obviously, I'm kidding. I'm like, please stay.
You don't ban people, you cancel them.
Washington football team just announced that they're getting rid of a cheerleading squad, and they're going to be the first NFL team with a co-ed dance squad. That's real. Did you guys hear about that?
You know, I actually have thoughts about cheerleading in professional sports. Unless you're at the game, I never watch the cheerleaders. I'm just there for the game, you know?
Are you kidding? Hubba hubba.
Do you go to Hooters? Like, you probably go to Hooters for the food.
No, I don't go to Hooters.
I'm kidding.
No, I know it's kind of lame, but like, I just don't care about the cheerleaders.
Caller, 100%.
Like, if the cheerleaders were gone tomorrow, I would not even know unless someone told me.
And they're treated really poorly, right?
Oh,
like they don't get
like
paid
minimum
a lot.
Wage.
They have to go hang out with like the owner's rich friends.
Wait, hold on.
It's true. They get paid like nothing, right?
Really?
No, this is Dan Snyder. Dan Snyder with the Washington football team is accused of literally pimping out his cheerleaders to his friends.
That was a big thing this year.
Yeah. I know, and he never even had to like step down or anything. All he had to do was announce that he's getting rid of the cheerleaders and he's gonna have dudes on the squad.
Like it's cool.
Right.
And he goes, "I'm not gonna pimp out dudes, am I?" Ugh.
Like, I don't know. Are you? We're not sure what you're going to do. You've clearly proven to be able to fly off the handle. That guy is a criminal.
Oh, yeah, for sure. 100%.
And his only punishment was he had to take jobs away from women.
Yeah, minimum wage jobs.
Not a lot of jobs for women in this sport. Yeah, let's just remove one of the only jobs we're giving them so far.
Yeah.
Unreal. I'll tell you one thing they got to work out in the NFL, though. They got to get the penalties right. I'm talking get rid of the human refs, and I want all of the reffing AI. Yeah, that's right. Artificial intelligence. All of it. And you're thinking, well, what about PI, pass interference, Greg Johnson? Yes, PI, make it AI. You're telling me computers can't figure out? You put chips in the unis, chips in the helmets, and chips on their hands, and you'll figure out perfectly every time. I'm waking up the neighbors to tell them that all the rest should be PI.
Chips in the cleats, chips in the gloves. We got lasers on the sidelines. We got chips in the balls. We can tell when the ball makes contact with the glove.
Can we put robots in there?
Sure. Like you could have a cyborg standing out there, like one of the Boston Dynamics robots if you want. It'd be for show, but it'd be better than like these old guys they have actually deciding the fates of the game.
Yeah, but could he have like a voice box that sounded funny?
Yeah, that works.
They definitely have robot voices. Here's I got a question, and maybe I'm missing this. Maybe they do have this, but you never I never see. You'll see when they do an instant replay, they'll show an angle, and you'll see like like you're looking for the ball crossing the end zone or something like that, and you can't really tell where the ball is, or you can't see it from a certain angle, and then they switch to another angle, but you never see them like synced up, the two angles. Where like they're always using the information from one angle, but you have time code. You can tell like, hey, what's happening at the same time? Like why isn't that like more of a thing?
You're so right. Listen, it's because I think it's for a couple of reasons. One, the games are fixed. Two, they want to keep you in the dark a little bit as they try to like figure out the call. Because three, they don't want to show you the perfect angles so that like no matter what the ref's call is, they want to keep you kind of confused a little bit in certain times. Like a lot of times they will be like, oh, there, clearly it's this, so that's the call it's going to be. But I think when they're like even like 70-30 on where the refs are going to go, they're trying to like be deceptive or something like that. And I fucking hate it. Joe Buck and Troy Aikman line up the different things, put up 4 screens, put up all the they should put up 30 different camera angles and show them.
Yeah, they've so
you're a
many
big Joe Buck
fan,
right, Greg?
Fucking hate Joe Buck.
Listening to Joe Buck and Troy Aikman suck off their favorite NFL player every week.
Caller of the week right here. He gets it. Joe Buck, Troy Aikman. Listen, Sam and I and Nate and this caller, we could call a better game than those two. I said it.
For sure.
I said it. I just said we need robot refs, all AI refs, and the 4 of us should be calling the Fox primetime games.
Greg, are you giving the Greg Johnson point right now?
Should be allowed to curse too, right?
Yeah. I would be Tony Romoing it every play. I would be like, watch, bet this is a pass play. Bet this is a pass.
Shotgun formation. He's going to the tight end on the out route.
Yeah.
I love Tony Romo.
No, Tony Romo's great. You can, like, at least we're hearing someone that wants to be there. Like,
yeah,
I feel like Tony Romo's excited to be
too.
Yeah.
Like the establishment guys hate him.
I have 2 big bronze busts of Tony Romo and Jim Nantz that I roll out into the TV room when I watch the games.
Hey, I have a wall banger of Chris Collinsworth. Big size. Chris Collinsworth.
Is that like a
it's like those wall stickers? Yeah, fat head. I think it's the British version of a fat.
Like when I get up to go to the bathroom at night, sometimes my Mike Tirico fat head scares me a little bit. I forget it's there, and then I'm like, oh, it's just Mike Tirico's fat head.
It was there was actually one game I watched this year with Mike Tirico, and I forget who else it was, but neither of them gave a single shit about the game at all.
You know, it's funny because Tirico doesn't give a fuck, and the NCAA games and the NBA games happening right now, the announcers are at home. So they're just in their, like, you know, man cave.
They're like,
Davey.
Like,
yeah, no, whatever.
Davey, be quiet. I told you you're not allowed to come down here. Davey, go back to your room. Go to sleep.
You forgot your kids like clarinet practices that afternoon.
Yeah. Oh shit. I gotta go. I'm gonna put my screen on mute now.
It's really something.
Sup for
those guys are sitting at home calling a game. Very weird.
Yeah, it's a weird time to be alive.
It is. It really is.
Time to be alive.
But I mean, if they can do it from their houses, like why can't they just get an NFL fan to do it every week for like 1 year?
See, that's my thing is I don't even, I mean, if we're talking truthfully, I don't think Joe Buck and Troy Aikman are bad announcers by any means, but I would like more variety. I would like not the same asshole every single year doing all the big games. I want a little bit more variety.
There's so much
I'll deal with less Joe Buck Fuck Joe Buck.
Yeah, I'm actually not a fan of Joe Buck. I don't like
Here's the $1 million idea here, guys. Is Amazon Prime, they have like the Thursday night games or something like that. They
get a couple
like,
Thursday night games.
They're playing weekly games. They should have it so that on Twitch you're allowed to stream the game and commentate yourself.
Oh my god, that is the best idea I've heard in a while.
Call Jeff
$1 million
Bezos.
idea, right?
$1 million idea. Yeah.
Like, and you know,
a great idea.
You could watch the game with a couple different streams and be like, oh, I like this channel. These guys are great to watch. Watching.
I mean,
this
every
game.
time. Yeah, I already kind of do that because I'm a little bad boy and I stream the games illegally.
Oh,
shit.
Yeah.
But they should, you know, we shouldn't be living in the shadows here. This should be a fucking thing.
Yeah, it's just me and like the same group of guys getting together to watch games every week. You know, it's fun.
Yeah, totally. And I mean, like, we should be able to watch fucking Nick Merckx watch football, you know? Like, and play Fortnite at the same time while he's watching, you know, like, Houston, Kansas City.
I like that idea, Sam.
Yeah.
Someone in the chat has to know Jeff Bezos, or someone who's monitoring this channel has to be able to.
There's 5 degrees of separation between every human being on Earth, so clearly there has to be one person in here who is Jeff Bezos or knows him personally.
Do you see the guy that his ex-wife married? He looks like Arnold from Wonder Years. Some school teacher. Married a billionaire. When's that movie coming out, huh?
Where did they meet?
That guy is the luckiest guy in the world.
Because she's a really nice person.
Like, yeah, because she is lovely inside and out. And also, I think for a wedding gift, they're going to be given like an island in, you know, the Mediterranean.
She's one of the richest people in the world. I mean, right? Like, she's a
she
billionaire.
How much did
she's
she
got a great
get?
personality.
Did she get half of it? Like,
she got a lot.
Half his money.
I don't know. I have the documents around here somewhere. She married like some science teacher, and it's like, that guy's probably not going to be teaching science anymore.
Yeah. You married their kid's science teacher? What the fuck?
Is that true?
What this guy in chat just said.
Wait.
That's how to do it.
Look, he looks like Arnold from fucking Wonder Years,
Arnold was
right?
the brother. I'm thinking of Paul. Yeah.
No, he looks like Arnold. He looks like the brother.
Man.
What is his deal? Like, what does she see in this man? I mean, like,
he's probably the opposite of Jeff Bezos in every way.
I don't know Mackenzie Bezos personally, but I know she is a angel from heaven. And she's very philanthropic. She's very philanthropic with the giving of her money. And this is another proof of that because she's clearly married a charity case. Look at this guy.
Yeah.
Maybe he's got a really great personality, you know?
Yeah, he must be really funny. Like, he must, like, that guy must, like, have some hidden talent. Like, she's like, no. He's, like, really funny. Or, like, he's, like, he does stand-up. He's really good at stand-up.
Yeah, where is this guy's stand-up special? Like, I've never heard him talk, but his Comedy Central half hour must be fucking awesome.
She can produce it, and she can probably get it on Amazon Prime. That would be great if they're like coming soon.
She still uses Jeff
Prime.
Bezos.
The stand-up comedy of Jeff Bezos' ex-wife's new husband. And he's like, what's the deal with science class?
What's the deal with Kimberly Miller, huh? When are you going to bring your homework in on time? Oh, don't. He's just making fun of specific kids from his class.
Hey, that's like, it's not cool.
Very
Man.
localized
You just
humor.
change their names.
I would love to
Stephen
see
Davis is such a dunce.
Dude, I would love to see a stand-up comedy special that's just an ex-teacher who married Jeff Bezos' ex-wife.
It's just like, fuck
He just
everyone in my life.
his class. He just goes to school for his last day of school and roasts his students and then just quits. He's just like,
Mic drop.
mic drop.
I want to know if you were married to Jeff Bezos' ex-wife today, what's the first thing you do?
Wait, if I what? I love this. What is this?
If hypothetically you were married to Jeff Bezos' wife right now, and this is
Mackenzie
the
Scott.
first day that you were married.
Her name is
Mackenzie
Mackenzie.
I'm sorry, Mackenzie Scott.
But what's the
What about-
question?
I'm there.
The
I'm
question
married
is,
to her.
what's the first thing you do? Like,
I ask
tell
her if
her
she
I-
needs anything.
Yeah, I would
can
tell
I
her
do
how
for you?
how lovely she is.
She looks
Yeah,
great.
first I'd write her a poem, and then I would book a trip to Vegas to stay at the nicest hotel with 25 of my friends, and at dinner the first night, I would give them each $1 million.
yeah, but once you give them the first $1 million, they're gonna keep coming back to that well.
That's fine. That's fine. We can go to Vegas every year.
First thing I
It's
would
called
do.
pulling a Clune dog. That's what Clooney did. He gave all his friends $1 million, and as soon as I
that
married
true?
Mackenzie, I'd be like, "Listen, I'm glad we're married now. I gotta go to Vegas." And give all my friends $1 million.
Wait,
Yeah,
gotta
Clune
make-
Dog did that.
Clooney did that?
Yeah, Clune Dog took all his friends on like a yacht, and like it was like 10 of his friends, and he gave them all $1 million, and he paid all the taxes on all the $1 million.
What?
Classic Clooney.
That's fucking baller. That's dope as shit.
Classic Clooney, because I think it was around the time that his tequila company sold for like $3 billion or something.
Oh, that's crazy.
It was like
I
the
thought you were
type
going
of
to say
deal-
it was like the government was going to get involved, so he had to give it away, or they were going to take it from him. But no,
Yeah, he was
he's-
starring in a remake of Brewster's Millions. You know the movie Brewster's Millions?
Yeah.
The caller might be a little younger than I am, so
No, I watched Brewster's Millions.
Listen,
when I was a kid.
listen, take a seat. I'm going to refresh you on Brewster's Millions.
Thank you, because it's been a while.
No, I'm just kidding. But one thing I'll say about Brewster's Millions is the latest version from the 80s with John Candy and Richard Pryor had Richard Pryor playing a minor league baseball player. So that's a little Sports Boys tie-in for you. Also,
Sports Boys.
I do a podcast with two guys I know here in Brooklyn where we watch movies and their remakes. The podcast is called Deja Views. We have about 40 episodes of Deja Views online.
Who do you do
If
it
you want
with?
to check that out.
How
That's
have
a little.
you never
that's a little
plugged
plug.
that on here?
It's okay. It's just a little plug there. It's these guys I work with, guys in the office with me. Two guys. I think you might have met him, Sam, last time you came to New York briefly. And anyway, the point being, the reason I bring up Deja Views podcast is Brewster's Millions. Randomly, I thought that was just some random 80s movies. Brewster's Millions has been made 14 times into a movie.
I'm only aware of
14?
the 80s one with Richard Pryor.
Yeah, I thought
There's like 7 different American versions, and then there's 7 other international versions.
Aren't they making a Brewster's Billions?
Fingers crossed. Fingers
Brewster's
crossed.
Millions wouldn't make sense in modern days. We'd be like, so you can't spend $1 million, what?
Just buy like
You're right. You
for
can spend
words.
$1 million in like 30 seconds now.
I'll buy like 8 Bitcoins.
Yeah, there you go.
I wonder if that would count.
Obviously, you just spend it all on GameStonk.
All right, you gotta buy Dogecoin, guys. Come on. I mean, Elon Musk.
Or as Zach calls it, doggy coin.
Yeah, doggy.
Oh wow, that's funny because I've been reading that as doggy coin. I'm like doggy coin, huh? Kids.
That's you
These
and
kids.
Zach Gregor. Yeah.
Shout out to Zach. Zach and I have always had a kinship.
Cool. Thank you, caller. That was a fun call.
Thanks, caller. Oh, we're getting into the last 20 minutes of the show. I have a hard out
about
11.
sports.
I usually go to bed at like 9 p.m.
Well, thanks for having me, guys.
Hey, thank you, man. You're the man.
Call
us again sometime.
Call back.
Are you giving him your Greg Johnson point of the night?
Oh, do I get to give out a point? I don't even know.
Sure.
Why not? Giving out points.
Yeah, let's give it to that guy. That guy was fun.
Yeah.
It's your point.
Shout out to all the people in the chat, though, and everyone who's called us. I love it.
I'm giving my point to Mackenzie Scott's. I'm giving my point to Mackenzie Scott, just in case.
Hey, you gotta keep your
just
options
in
open.
case.
Yeah. In case it doesn't work out, she'll be like,
Emily
I
will
heard
understand.
a rumor. Like, I'm doing it for humanity. Look, Mackenzie Bezos just looks really lonely right now, and she needs a friend.
Mackenzie Bezos.
Mackenzie Scott.
Is that her name? I don't know.
Mackenzie Scott. She
It is,
dropped
yeah,
the Bezos.
Oh.
She dropped the Bezos in more ways than one.
All right.
You know, he owns this network.
Yeah. Or business. Horror business, your audio is crazy. Is this a prank?
Man.
Hold on.
This is sad. I recognize horror business name, and I'm like, oh, a name.
Hold on.
Sweet. He said,
Horror
I think he said,
business?
hold on. It was like, up,
Okay.
it, up, ut,
God damn it.
it, up, ut, up.
Motherfucker.
I speak lag.
It
He's
sounds
saying-
like
he said, God damn it.
the Mike Myers bit of like the Wayne's World bit when they're ordering at the fast food restaurant.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey, yeah.
That's fucking amazing. There we go.
Man, I have this. I'm a podcaster, so I have all this mic shit set up, and I guess it doesn't work. So, what's up,
Have
sports
you
boys?
heard of Deja Views, the podcast?
I just heard about this fucking sweet podcast called Deja Views.
Oh my god, dude. I'm giving my point to you, bro. That was very quick thinking on your feet. And for a second I was like, if he hasn't heard of Deja Views, he can't actually be a podcaster.
Dude,
No,
of course,
just
man.
kidding. Just
Never
kidding.
miss it. Never miss it. Dude, have you guys been, I know the tournaments, the conference tournaments just started. Have you guys been paying attention to them at all?
Listen,
so
let me
far?
tell you. Last night I stayed up to watch. It was late here on the East Coast. I watched that barn burner between BYU, Mormon school, big up to the Mormons, and Gonzaga. Now, Gonzaga not only pulled out a victory there and won their conference tournament, they're going to go into the tournament as the #1 seed, undefeated. That doesn't happen a lot. I think the last time an undefeated team went into the tournament, it was like 2014 with Kentucky, but it's very rare. And obviously this is a weird season, but Gonzaga, having won so many games in a row, and not just so many games in a row, but they've won 20-something games by double digits. I think Gonzaga is the favorite to win all of March Madness. They're a good pick.
And it could be. Fuck BYU though. I fucking hate BYU. I'm from Utah. I'm a University of Utah fan. I fucking hate BYU with a passion. So
that's
that where the
amazing.
white
Can
guys
I
play?
gotta ask a question? You're from Utah. You sound like a sports fan. Isn't there something about sports gambling in Utah where if you're going to bet on Utah teams, they're like, do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't. I'm not much.
I heard that. Okay, real quick. I've heard that they favor the lines with Utah teams to try to get Mormons to bet on Utah games more. But anyway, I digress. Big ups to the University of Utah, and yeah, BYU.
Fucking
Okay, that's cool. Fuck them.
Yeah, see, I'm a Jazz fan too. They're the BYU fans are the ones that make us Jazz fans look crazy. So like the bad reputation that we have, it's because of those BYU fans. I'll just throw it out there. That's my theory, at least.
There was a controversy with the Jazz fan, like what, 2 years ago?
Yeah, some fucking racist piece of shit at the game. was yelling at Russell Westbrook and
Yeah.
yelled some pretty racist shit. That's pretty despicable.
How could you be racist and like basketball?
Dude, it's crazy, man. Like I have no problem with Mormons. I'm obviously not Mormon, but there's a lot of them that are just so in their little bubble that they're not overtly angry racist. They're just incredibly ignorant racist, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because this is like the whitest state in the country. So.
Well, one thing I will say is the Jazz are, maybe the best team in the West right now in the NBA, and they might win the championship this year. Also, today happens to be the 1-year anniversary of when Rudy Gobert on the Jazz touched all the microphones at the press conference and was later revealed to be patient zero with COVID in the NBA. You'll recall Rudy Gobert touched all the mics, and then it turned out he not only had it, but he spread it to Donovan Mitchell and some other guys on the team, which didn't bode great for chemistry, as they are now all COVID long haulers.
He's such a good defender. He shut down the entire country.
Again, another point. I give him my second point to this guy.
Wow. This guy gets 2 points. Yeah, that's, you know what is wild about this is when I think about COVID, the thing that like really upped it, the thing that like really made it like, oh, whoa, this is a thing, is the NBA shutting down. And we're at the anniversary point.
Crazy. It's been a year.
2 days after he touched the mic, the next day.
I think it was on the 10th, right? I think it was the 10th, and then the next day is when everything shut down.
That's wild.
Yeah, a lot of people famously refer to that Friday the 13th was when, everyone kind of started to stay inside.
Wild.
I don't know, man. Yeah, this COVID stuff really bums me out.
It's been a year.
Really?
Why? Why?
Really? I love it. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I think there should be a COVID comedy. We need to make like a light romp that includes both slapstick and Adam Devine. And it can be all about COVID.
It is the weirdest thing that like
see Nomadland? Did you guys see Nomadland? It wasn't quite as funny as I thought it was going to be.
Same with Pieces of a Woman.
Yeah.
Wasn't the romp, I thought.
Shia LaBeouf's great though. You can't deny him.
He's a comedy legend.
I call him Honey Boy. Oh, wait, is that the movie Honey Boy's in?
Yeah,
Honey Boy. Yeah, Greg calls Shia LaBeouf Honey Boy.
Oh, I love Honey Boy. I heard Honey Boy's in some hot water.
Honey Boy, that guy's amazing.
I saw Honey Boy's in the news. It doesn't look good for Honey Boy. I forget where I was going with this, but yeah, it's wild. It's been a year. I remember NBA being like, oh my God, the NBA is going to shut down. This COVID thing is going to be a serious thing for at least 2 years. So now I'm like, well, we're ahead of schedule. That's the way I look at it.
Yes, dude.
I thought
2 years.
Like
when it happened, I was like, we're going to be indoors for 4 years at least. And I think we're doing good.
Dude, remember, they told us all this to stay inside for 2 weeks. So if everyone can stay inside for 2 weeks, it'll all go away.
Yeah.
Didn't work out too well.
Well, I have this memory of Friday the 13th was a day where I stopped going to the office where I work, which of course is Deja Vu's podcasting corporate headquarters. No, I'm kidding. I'm a custodian at a MTA station. I stopped going to work on Friday the 13th. What I'm trying to say, guys, is on St. Patrick's Day, the 17th, Tom Brady announced he wasn't going to return to the New England Patriots. And I remember when he made that announcement, I was like, whoa, And like we've been in quarantine all this time, and it was 4 days. It was 4 days. 4.
Are you a Patriots fan still, Greg?
Dude, of course, yeah, I love it.
Well, I mean, you're wearing like a Mets hat, so I'm like, I don't know how much has changed. But what I'm saying is when he announced that he was leaving the Patriots, my first thought was, wow, Tom Brady's retiring. That's crazy. There was no doubt in my mind that I was like, there's no way he'd play for another team.
Yeah,
that's how naive I was.
You weren't wrong to think that.
It's still weird to
love
me.
The Patriots.
I bet they all do it, right? Like, I mean, like,
yeah, they
Joe
do.
Montana,
like Brett Favre played
like
for the Vikings.
Brett Favre, Peyton Manning.
Remember Kareem Abdul-Jabbar played for the Miami Heat? No, I don't know. I made
TV writer Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Wow, I really tripped over that one. Cool. Thank you for calling.
I remember,
Utah.
man. Yeah, 4 days. It was 4 days, and it felt like a lifetime. Fuck that shit. Fuck COVID. Fuck all this shit. One thing I want to say is, you know, did you hear about how LeBron says he's not going to tell whether or not he gets the vax?
What?
Well,
why?
We could talk about this for 2 hours alone, and we only have 9 minutes left. But who's counting? I am, because I usually go to bed at 8 o'clock. But anyway, the point being, it's a big topic, and I think it's a little interesting that LeBron doesn't want to divulge. In brief, I'll say he has the right not to divulge, obviously, and maybe he doesn't want to make everything an issue about like what he's going to do, and he wants to just keep it a secret. That's fine. But me,
prediction.
as somebody who's going to fucking run to get the vax and hopes everyone else runs to get the vax, I hope LeBron gets it, and I kind of selfishly wish he would promote it and force people to get it.
Here's my take on that. LeBron got the vax 4 years ago.
He's part of the Illuminati.
I mean, he's had the vax as soon as he could get the vax. I think he's LeBron James. He can get the vax, and if like people have been missing games because they've been getting COVID, I think he's got the vax.
Okay, yeah, that's fair, and it's fair that he doesn't want to talk about it.
Yeah. Hey, Jiggle Bro.
Hey, are you talking to me?
No.
I've put on some weight.
Someone just said, "Hey, boy, sorry I'm late," and they're Jiggle Bro.
Oh.
You're not late. You're right on time, and so is
I thought you were
everyone
just
else
being
in the
mean.
chat.
Let's see, where am I? Oh, I'm over here. Thanks so much, Horror.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
I think it's Mr. Business.
Hey, man, call us back sometime.
Dr. Business.
Yeah, you got 2 points, man. We'll remember.
2 points. Am I in the lead?
Yeah.
Dude,
yeah.
where? Yeah.
Hey,
I don't know. Greg gave out 2 points.
Check this out. Check this out. Utah, give me 2. It's from Utah. He's got 2 points.
Yeah, all right.
No, it's from The Matrix.
It's from
Point Break.
Point Break. Utah, get me 2.
Huge.
He's
where in Utah are you? Did that guy go?
Subs. I kicked him off because I was like, oh, we got to get the last callers in here, and
Let's get it. They've
all left.
Oh, they all left. That's fair. That's fine.
That's so
makes sense.
Oh,
one of those guys was in there from the beginning.
Shout out.
One of the guys.
Yo, Utah is beautiful. Yo, why do I live in butt ass ugly Brooklyn when people live in Utah? Utah is gorgeous, bro. What am I doing? That's for another
SLC.
pod.
Here's a quick story. not really a great point to it, but so we were on tour with the Flogging Mollies, and we were only on tour for a couple days, and we stopped in Utah. We weren't doing a show there, but we had to like stop in Utah, and we were at this mall, this like nice outdoor mall that I think pretty much like got renovated for the Olympics, and I was going to go to an IMAX movie with Timmy and Darren. And I was like running late, and I'm like walking out of my bus, and I'm trying to rush to get over there. And I see the sound engineer from Flogging Molly smoking this giant joint under a tree, and he's like, "Hey man, do you want some of this joint?" And I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" Like, yeah, totally. And I got like really fucking high, so high that I missed the movie because you can't go late into the IMAX 3D movies, and so I just walked over to through this mall in Utah all fucking high, and the sun, I remember vividly, the sun was going down over the mountains, and then there was a fountain show where they played America the Beautiful, and I started crying. I was like, this is beautiful.
Did you hum along?
It hit me. It hit me.
People stopped and started humming with you, and you started something?
No, I think people kept moving, but a little bit faster. They moved their children to the other side of them.
Oh my God.
Oh,
wow.
Someone in the chat just said, "Is that Gronk?" I just watched a movie the other night that Gronk was in called Boss Level. And he has no lines, and you see him get killed a bunch. All he does is like sit there and shoot a machine gun.
Why wouldn't you give him any lines? Dude, dude, if I had Gronk in my movie, I'd have him like memorizing speeches and like giving like soliloquies and like side conversations. Like I'd have him talking all the time.
You'd have him in Spotlight. He'd be like, "They fucking knew. They fucking knew."
I want him talking at maximum. I'm gonna do a remake of Before Sunrise, and it's going to be with Gronk and his girlfriend. The part of Ethan Hawke will be played by Gronk, and he'll just talk about philosophy for 2 hours.
Or just do like do Before Midnight. Do like the last one in the trilogy.
Yeah, the last. Okay, Before Midnight. I love it. Written by Richard Linklater and starring Rob Gronkowski. That guy is a mess. He has a stand-up special, right? I'm gonna leave here in a couple minutes, and I'm gonna go watch his stand-up special.
Is it better than Blake Griffin's?
Oh, I've heard Blake Griffin kills. Like I heard he's like better than like Rodney Dangerfield and Richard Pryor combined.
I just found out he plays basketball. Did you know that?
Blake Griffin? Yeah.
Yeah, the comedian.
The comedian.
He was like a professional basketball player.
I only know him from the improv comedy scene.
He's like
I always thought he's
Sanders.
like kind of tall, but yeah.
I mean, it makes sense that he plays basketball, but
you guys should see this tour movie. It's called The Real Comedians of Comedy. It's got Blake Griffin. It's got Rob Gronkowski. It's got Mackenzie Scott's husband.
And the late great Larry King.
And Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Oh my God, Kareem would be so good at stand-up. He'd just be like, he'd just like dunk on people, you know? Man, Kareem, he would just kill. He'd be like, that'd be his whole act.
Did I tell you, when I moved to LA, there was this billboard I saw up for this thing called Cavalia that looked like Cirque du Soleil, but with horses. And it said, it had one quote on it, and it said, "The best show I've ever seen, Larry King Live." And I was like,
no. way.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to that. That's the best show. Larry King, that guy's been alive for how fucking long, and that's the best show that he's ever seen. Yeah, I'm gonna go to that. And I was like, I'll tell you, first off, I was expecting horses to do flips. There was no horses doing flips. There was people doing flips on horses. They would like ride on the back of horses. But there was also like this kind of weird rhythm of it, because like everyone that was there were like horse people. They were like way into horses. And so like it
like,
opened up.
They wear like sweatshirts with horses airbrushed on them?
They all have like braided ponytails, like how a horse's ponytail would be braided. There was a lady behind me when before the show started, they had these programs, and the lady like was Rick reading it, and she's like, they've got 8 Lippenthager stallions. That's like my stable. Yeah, right. Like being sassy
wish that was
about
your stable.
I wish I had this stable. Oh my god. Like just geeking out about like the horses that they had in this thing. And but it was weird because the horse like they would like have a horse, and the guy would go, and then the horse would walk backwards, and people would be like, yeah, oh my god, losing their shit. And I'm like, I guess horses can't walk backwards. I didn't know that. It was fun. They like brought a horse up to water, and they went, and it drank, and everyone's like, I get it.
Oh my god. That was like the grand finale.
Yeah.
The grand finale is they made one of them neigh. They're like, neigh.
The horse does like this. It's like, and they're like, oh yeah, look at that step.
People are throwing their chairs.
Horse. That horse thinks it's better than me.
Oh my god, amazing.
Yeah, so that's that.
Hey, listen, guys, just like the sun set over the patriotic fountain show that day at the mall in Utah, so must the sun set on another episode of Sports Boys. On a entertainment show business note, I love everyone in the chat. I love all your fans so much, Sam. And on a personal note, I love your fans. And Sam, I love you. Nate, I love you. And it's been great talking to you guys.
Wow,
Greg,
very positive.
You've been great. Horror
Greg
business
is hilarious.
Thanks for calling it. He gets a 3rd point because he resubbed on our show. Guys, I've been looking at the donos. I didn't see anything come in, so I would have read it.
You had a bunch of subscriptions and stuff, though.
Oh, okay. Wait, let me see this.
Are you reading just the Streamlabs stuff?
Oh yeah, I'm reading the Streamlabs stuff. Is that?
Yeah, I don't know if the
donation
subscriptions
history.
and stuff come in. Yeah, you had Prime subs come through.
Hungover Monster. Oh yeah, Hungover Monster subbed. Let's see. Kneebrace cheered. Thanks, Kneebrace. Sorry for not telling you I'm doing a sports show. I saw you. Horror business. I said.
Yo, let everyone know about Sunday.
Oh yeah, and Sunday, Trailer Boys, not Trailer Park Boys, but Trailer Boys. It's a different thing. I'm gonna.
When I get out of here, I'm going to watch Theodore Rex and then Gronk's stand-up special.
I'm gonna host Trailer Boys with my lovely fiance Emily, and Greg. Plug your pod.
Oh yes, my name is Greg Johnson. I'm at the Greg Johnson on Instagram. That's at the Greg Johnson on Instagram, and I do a podcast. It's called Deja Views. I'm a part of a podcast about movies and their remakes. It's called Deja Views. Thanks, Sam.
Thanks, Greg. And
guys, it's been a blast.
It's been a blast. Who should I raid? Let me check it out.
I'll definitely tune into you guys' thing Sunday. I want to check out your Trailer Boys shows. And thank you for opening my eyes again to Theodore Rex. That's huge.
I'm gonna raid my old buddy Choom. I haven't raided him in a while. Guys should follow Choom because I play Warzone with him sometimes. Thanks for watching, guys.
Bye, mommies.
Thanks, Nate.